Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing Onyx Equinox Episode 6, along with several other episodes. I think they released all the episodes today, or they all got leaked or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna reviewing all of them in this video, so giant spoilers ahead if you haven't watched them. Go watch them, then come back and watch this. I will put timestamps in the description so you can watch each review of each episode, just in case you don't want to watch like episode 6, then figure out what time it is, what the next review is. So I'm gonna review episode 6 first, and then we're gonna move on from there. So, episode 6. So this episode, we finally meet our our sixth, I guess, technically, because the cat's still there. Our sixth and final character of the group. Um, she is another girl who has powers. And if you remember my theory, I did say she would have powers. I thought she'd be more like a psychic, but I guess she's not. She just has like powers to fly and I guess like do like manipulation with her body and stuff like that. It's like she can manipulate other people's bodies or something like that. It's kind of weird. She can heal people. It's weird. It's cool. It's interesting. But yeah, she does have powers. Okay, so what happens in this episode? So we start off from where we left off with this town where people could fly, and then at this town where people can fly, they all blame our main characters of doing something wrong. They go to jail, but then eventually they escape with the help of the new girl, and they close the gate there. And now they're off to Delibond. I think that's what the place is called, to close that gate. And we have our new axolotl friend that can teleport people. And then the cat eats him at the end. So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, the cat eats him at the end. But all in all, we have a new character. We have another gate shut. And we have a new character with powers. It's pretty interesting so far. Pretty interesting so far. And this character seems she just wants to leave her hometown because her master, I guess, he did something to her, and at first you think like, did he molest her, or like do even worse than that? But then she's like, no, he never touched me like that. So I think what happened was that he forcibly gave her his powers because he had like these powers of being like a leader or something. I guess I don't know exactly what his powers are, but his powers are just like powers of being a leader. I think he forcibly gave it to her just to get it off himself. And I think at the end she might have killed him. It might be alluding to the fact that she might have killed him, or he might have ran away or killed himself or something like that. So that's going to be very interesting to find out in the future. But yeah, so far we have a new character. It's very interesting. The episode was very good in my opinion. And the warrior chick, she is still wanting to go to her destroyed city and probably betray them. I'm going to say she's going to betray them. But I don't know yet. But anyways, that's about it for episode 6. I will be right back with episode 7.
Hey people, just a reminder to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
So, episode 7. Okay. So this episode is pretty good. This episode, they go to the underworld because of the cat eating the axolotl. And then he eventually coughs it up, and it brings them to the underworld because it tries to kill it. Because the cat's kind of stupid. And then we get the cat being visited by the gods, by one of the gods, saying, hey, you're supposed to make this guy lose, not win, you fucking moron. And the cat's just like, are you serious? And he's like, yep, I'm serious. So that happened. But then we get to go through the underworld. Ezel almost dies. Our main character almost dies. We get to see our character struggle a little bit and then get out of the underworld. It's pretty cool. And I called it. The witch girl. She was the god of bones, I guess. So that's pretty interesting. I called that she was a god, that she was involved with it somehow. And I was right. I'm just saying I was right. I was right. um, excuse me. But anyways, so we get them trying to escape the underworld this whole time. Azel gets to see his sister or his fake sister. And then they go to where the warrior girl always wanted to take them, which was the destroyed city of Vagabond or something. I forgot the name, but the destroyed city, they're finally there, and now they're going to have to shut that gate. But I don't think that's going to happen because I'm pretty sure she's going to betray them because she has that monster inside of her. And I'm pretty sure she made a deal with some god. And I'm pretty sure it's the God of Bones' husband. At least that's what it sounds like. So she made a deal with the god. She definitely did. And it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, so far, really good episode, and I can't wait to see what happens. And it will be coming up in a few seconds for you. I'll have to watch the whole episode first. Be right back with the review. So, episode 8. This one was also pretty good. It had some flashback moments of the warrior girl and the reason why she betrayed us, because you knew she was going to betray you in the first place. Well, at least everybody that was watching well, at least I did. I don't know about everybody. But she definitely betrayed them. Sorry about that. But anyways, she definitely betrayed them. But at the end, she saves Ezeal. What's his name? Ezeal. She saves our main character, and she gets stuck in the underworld once again, which is kind of ironic, I guess. But don't worry, she gets stuck there with the axolotl, so she's gonna get out eventually. Maybe episode 9 or 10 or something like that. I don't know exactly what she's gonna get out, but she's gonna get out eventually. You can just tell it because she has the axolotl with her. And they killed one of the gods of the underworld. Now the female god, or his wife, is trying to kill them because she wants to keep the gate open so she can still exist in this world. But of course, our main character's like, I'm gonna go shut the other gate. So it's pretty interesting. It's getting pretty hyped. So the whole time she wanted to kill her own husband, but now she wants to kill Azel because now she wants to stay alive. And if he shuts the other gate, she's gonna be stuck in the underworld and probably die because I think they need blood sacrifices, if I'm not mistaken. So very interesting indeed. I wonder what's gonna happen on episode 9. But all I know is that they shut another gate. The cat might be in trouble because he's entangled with a god. And the girl is stuck in the underworld right now until I assume she finds the axolotl and she gets the hell out because he saved her from the underworld before so he can do it again. So yeah, that's going to happen, I bet you. And then they're going to go to the 5th and final gate and probably shut it. I don't know because I haven't watched it yet. But anyways, episode really good. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I could tell the plot twist though. I could tell it. Only thing wrong about it, I could tell the plot twist. But so far, pretty good episode. Anyways, on to episode 9. So, episode 9. Holy moly. This episode was just all bloodshed. They jump across. So this episode, they jump across a river that has god-killing properties. And, of course, the evil follows them because of Gazelle's eyes, and plus he pissed off another god in the previous episode. So the evil follows them, ends up killing the whole entire village. And that's about it. This episode just ends up killing this whole entire village that tries to be nice to them. And then they have to save themselves just to escape. And it's pretty fucked up. Like, they made this problem, and then they just leave it to be, and, like, everybody there just dies. It's really fucked up. And the evil god is still after them. The warrior chick is back, like I said she would be, because she had the axolotl. And now she has more control over her powers, or she's less afraid to show them, I guess. I don't know which one it would be out of that. Maybe she has more control because the god that gave her those powers is dead. So that's interesting. Or maybe he presides in her. Who knows at this point? But yeah, we have all our characters back together. Killed village, and we also get some backstory here and there. We get some backstory on the cat. Basically, him and the other god that is hunting Gazelle right now, Gazelle, whatever his name is, our main character. They have a backstory. It seems like she used to be a human with him, I think. At least that's what I kind of gathered from that. Our the other female than the warrior chick, the girl that has the wings, her wings are red because most likely she killed somebody, and it most likely was her master. Now, I was thinking about like how she did it and why she did it. She said that her master put stuff on her that she didn't want to have on her, but it doesn't. It didn't sound like he molested her or anything like that. So that might be interesting to discuss and find out what he did to her and stuff like that. I'm assuming that he was giving her power that she didn't want, and I'm assuming the reason why her wings are red is either because she killed him, or she killed him by like absorbing his life or something like that. Because it seems like she can absorb someone's life and give it to someone else. Which now one of our twins know that she can do that. So that's pretty messed up. That's probably gonna come up later, and like the main character is probably gonna get mad and say like, "Don't fucking do that shit again. That's fucked up." So it's pretty interesting. It's getting interesting by the second. And yeah, let's see what happens next, I guess. So that's all for episode 9. So episode 9, just a big bloodbath. And now they gotta close the 5th gate. How are they gonna do that? With a god chasing them? Who knows? It's gonna be very interesting though. Anyways, to episode 10. So, episode 10. This episode was pretty good. Basically, our main people get to where they need to go, and then the god shows up, and also our side characters, I guess, at this point. They got into a little argument until they forgave the warrior chick who was the bad chick, as you remember. So they forgave her. They go to see Azel, and Azel's in a confrontation with the cat and the god. And it turns out that the god and the cat have a connection, as we kind of already saw. And now we're going to see a backstory, it seems, in episode 11 of them. And then in episode 12, who knows what's going to happen. But it's going to be pretty interesting. Because Azel seems like he's fed up with their bullshit. He's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to do what I want. Hopefully he does what he wants. And he like just says, fuck the gods, you know? Like, he should not only kill the underworld god who wants to kill him, but he should also kill the other gods, because fuck all the gods, because the gods are giant fucking pricks. You know, they just keep on killing humanity and restarting. They're all fucking pricks. Kill them all. I'm hoping he will. I'm hoping he'll like, I'm just gonna go and kill all the fucking gods, because the gods are just horrible for humanity in general. But yeah, all in all, pretty interesting episode. It seems like it's leading up to something that's gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah. Anyways, episode 11. So, episode 11. This episode was pretty good. It was basically a giant backstory of how all these events happened, and it was basically involving the cat and the god. And the reason why the god became a god, she was basically stolen as a child and forced to be the god of the underworld's wife. Pretty fucked up. And then she met the cat when he was a human, and there was some orgies, and there was some other things, and then he got killed, and then he got turned into an emissary, and she just got really pissed off and decided that she was not only going to kill her husband, but going to kill the god that turned him into an emissary. But obviously, I don't know if she's going to be able to do that, because they're probably going to close the gate on her ass. But yeah, it just shows how all the gods are basically just fucking evil assholes. Just the worst people, pretty much. And we know at this point that they can be killed. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that our main characters are able to kill all the gods. Because man, they're just fucking assholes. You should just get rid of all of them. Because fuck it, man, they're all just evil assholes. Along with a lot of people in this world as well. Like a lot of people are just assholes too. They're just evil fucks. They might as well just be killed. The gods just might as well just be killed. Fuck the gods, dude. But yeah, all in all, man, really good episode. I really enjoyed like the backstory. It was pretty cool. Anything else about it? Anything else about this episode? I guess nothing really. Nothing else about this episode really stands out. I mean, an episode or two ago we had a bloodbath. In this episode we had an orgy. So that's interesting, I guess. So episode 12, final episode. Gonna be interesting. So episode 12. This episode was pretty good. Our boy finally grew a pair and actually said fuck you to the gods pretty much. And then betrayed all three of the gods. And now they're really pissed off at him. And now he betrayed the one that bet on him. So now humanity's going to end. But he's just like, nah, I'm going to betray this motherfucker. And then I'm going to go to this place. And I'm going to fight against the gods. Because I want to fucking kill the gods. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens there. Because he wants to fucking straight up kill the gods now. And this is where I wanted this show to go. I wanted him to get so pissed off that he was just like, you know what, fuck the gods, I'm going to kill most of you, if not all of you, because you're all a bunch of bitches. So that's pretty awesome. What else happened in this episode? Let's see, he had this pretty good fight with a god where he ends up gutting her, and the knife, or the dagger, ends up transforming into a sort of sword, which is pretty cool, although I find it kind of dumb at the same time because it never did that with monster blood, but I guess it only works on humans and gods at this point. I wonder if it's going to stay like that forever now. Every time he cuts himself, is it going to transform into something like that? I wonder if it works on animals too. I wonder if it takes like a lot of time to kill people or kill stuff, and then it like evolves. So if he kills a bunch of people or kills a bunch of animals, or maybe if he kills another god, but if he never killed a god yet, I guess, maybe then it will transform again. It will be pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see that, but at the same time kind of stupid because it never did that with the monsters. But whatever, I guess it only works on humans and gods, maybe animals too. Who knows? But anyways, we see him just basically say "fuck you" to the gods, and then he goes like, "Okay, let's fight against the gods and kill them, I guess." And the warrior chick sadly is gone because she transformed for good at this point. I'm sure they're going to bring her back at a later date where somehow they're going to learn how to transform her back. And his sister, we also got to see his sister. She's kind of like an emissary, I guess, but she is a bird. She's a bird. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see her in the future. Maybe they'll get to talk a little bit there. That will be pretty cool. That will be a pretty touching scene in the future. If there is a season 2, by the way, because there's definitely a cliffhanger where there's going to be a season 2. And then they show up at the city they want to go to with the axolotl, which is also a god. I thought he was an adversary at first, but I guess he's a god. Which our boy threatened to kill him, by the way. That was pretty cool. But yeah, the axolotl's still with them. Everybody's still with him except for the warrior chick, which I'm sure she's going to come back in a later episode. Probably next season, if there is a next season. I don't know how good this show is going to do, so there might not be. Who knows? But yeah, as of right now, it's starting a fuck the god arc, and they're going to kill the gods probably if it gets another season. So that will be pretty cool, this fight against the gods. Plus, the god that he pissed off the most, because he basically told him fuck you to his face, which is pretty funny. He shows up to a guy and says like, hey, we gotta talk about this kid. And now I'm sure he's got an enemy of someone else. And it might even be in the city that he went to, because the city that the god went to and the city that they went to look very similar. So it might be in the same city. I'm not sure though. But we'll just have to wait till next season if there is a next season. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. Technically, he pissed off one god. He's slowly killing another god. And the underworld god, I guess he kind of pissed her off because he did kind of gut her at the end there. But I wonder if she's going to be trying to kill him because he never shut the last gate. So that might be something. She might try to help him, you know? That will be pretty interesting to say the least. But yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. It's pretty interesting, and I kinda want there to be a second season. If there is, I will definitely watch it, definitely review it. But who knows at this point? But yeah, that's about it for the season. And now let's talk about the season right now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the season. What was good and what was bad about the season, since this is the wrap up pretty much. This is the ending of this season, and maybe there will be a second season, maybe there won't be, who knows. If there is, I'm hoping he gets to kill a god. Again, because he kind of killed one god already, although it wasn't really him. It was kind of him, but not really. But yeah, let's see. What is... Like, let's talk about this season. Let's talk about the good and the bad. So, let's talk about the bad first. The bad things about this season was the pacing was ridiculously fast. Like, we just met character after character after character, episode after episode, and we never got any time to, like the characters or experience much with the characters. And by the end, I liked the main character the most, and the other characters were just kind of there. And I never really got to experience much joy for them. I feel like this show should have been about 20 to 24 episodes long, to 25 episodes maybe even 30, because they just took all these episodes and they went like, let's speed it up, let's speed it up, let's speed it up. So that was pretty bad. I didn't really like that. That was a pretty bad thing to do. By the way, the cat's dead. Just about to forgot to tell you that. But yeah, that was pretty bad. That just like the speed and the inherent speed of the whole show, and how everybody just becomes buddy buddy because reasons, I guess. That's another thing. The plot line basically is about this kid who needs to stop people, like who needs to stop the underworld from coming up, and it's all fucked up game from the fucked up gods. And everybody's kind of just an asshole, by the way. Like, gods and humans are just kind of assholes. Which I didn't mind, but I don't know. Just the speed and just the inherent nature of the speed was just like, kind of dumb. Anything else I didn't like about the show? The animation was fairly good, but there was some moments in there where it looked kind of like, ew, like kind of stupid or kind of derpy. It just kind of looks like, ew. It kind of reminds me of like Avatar almost, like the Avatar animation, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So animation was fairly good except for some parts. Voice acting, the main character had the squeakiest motherfucking voice. He had a squeaky voice, but I kind of got to know it after a while, and I kind of got to like it. So voice acting was pretty good, I would say that much. The main character is a little bit squeaky, but he's pretty good still. Another thing about the main character that I didn't like was how he just kind of like popped out of his shell. Like at first he's like this depressed little emo kid, and then at the end he's like a badass. Again, this ties in with the pacing, like just way too fast. Everything just goes way too fast. But if it went a little bit slower, I'm sure we would have saw him naturally grow to this point. But as of right now, he kind of grew. He kind of grew like a few times, but not enough to reach the point he's at now. It's kind of stupid that he went that fast, to be honest. But yeah, like, it's kind of stupid that the show went that fast. It probably should have had more episodes, been a little bit slower. But, all in all, still pretty good, I guess. But yeah, I did really enjoy the show. I did enjoy the animation to a certain extent, except for the derpy parts. I did enjoy the voice acting. At first, I didn't really like the main character, but then he kind of grew on me. And I did like the characters, although the characters did get introduced way too fast, and they were just like, "Hey, now we're all friends." Pretty much, it was kind of stupid at that point, but I did like the characters, and I would love to see more backstory on them, and especially the girl with the wings, because I want to see what happened to her. Like, I don't think she was molested, but something definitely happened to her, and then I'm pretty sure she killed the guy that she was looking after. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see if they actually bring that up again. Um, but yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed it. And if there's a season 2, hopefully they will pace it out better this time. I really hope they will. And hopefully they'll bring back some of the old antics and stuff like that, like old antics and stuff like that. Because I really want to see the warrior girl come back. I know they're probably going to bring her back, and I really want to see like all the characters just together, just doing stuff. It's pretty cool, and like slowly making weapons to fight against the gods, because the gods are just assholes. There's only like one god at this point who's kind of on our side, but we don't really know, and it's the god that basically wanted humanity to have a champion, and he has Nelly as a bird form, and that's why I think that Nelly is eventually going to talk to him, because he's kind of like his adversary at this point, I guess. So I'm thinking Nelly's going to talk to him eventually, which will be pretty cool. And the cat is technically dead, but we never saw him die. I always saw him get changed into a normal cat, so he might come back eventually. Not to mention, another thing that we might see come back is our main character got some of the cat's immortal powers when he was healed, so we might see that come back in effect as well, because that happened in an episode. I want to say episode 11. I think that happened, where he got really badly hurt, and then they had to heal him, and he got some of the cat's powers, it seems. So that will be very interesting indeed. So all of this is very interesting. I really enjoyed it. I wish it was a little bit better paced and other stuff like that. But other than that, really good storyline so far. Although some parts were predictable. But I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait till season 2. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. Best way to keep my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.